Atticus Chardonnay Chat. For those of you who don't know me, my name is May McGarver and I'm a special guest today, my colleague Emma Locke. Welcome, Emma.
Thanks, May.
Thank you for coming along. So we were thinking the other day, a lot of business owners are pretty stressed, they're overwhelmed, they can't get away from their phone or their email, and maybe they can't even get away on holiday. So we thought we would talk today about delegating and why it's so important.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the biggest things that we find is that a business owner will avoid delegating because it's too hard. I can just do the task quicker myself.
Yes.
And I get that. I've been there before. We definitely struggle with that sometimes.
Yeah.
But it does mean those businesses can struggle to grow. The managers and owners get more stressed. And it's a missed opportunity to grow the talent of the team.
Yes, yeah. What we thought then we would do is teach you how to get started with delegating, because I think effective delegation, it does take some persistence, you would agree.
Yeah.
We've both been through that, but it makes such a big difference. So firstly, it's about identifying those tasks that should be delegated. They're the ones, you'll know them, they're the ones that have maybe recurring tasks or where there's bottlenecks in your business, or maybe have a think about a team member that you know would love to step up on a task if you just gave them the opportunity. They're the ones to start with. This then, it gives those people a great opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. It's also important to give the team member context on that task. They need to know why it's important and why it's important to the overall business objectives.
Yes.
And what they're trying to achieve.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to be a little bit honest with the team member too, especially where you think they might have trouble.
Yeah, and it's also important to give them timelines and deadlines and tell them what will happen if the task isn't done on time. You should also explain to them where they can get help from and when.
Yeah. One thing we find really helpful in bigger projects is to create something like a check-in point. So if there's 9 steps in an overall project, maybe show that employee steps 1, 2 and 3 and ask them, once they've finished this step 3, come back, I'll look at it, we'll give you some feedback, and then we'll go through how to do steps 4, 5 and 6. This then creates a lot more confidence in both parties, as well as it minimises the risk of things going wrong.
Yeah, and then once both parties are confident, then you can just get rid of those checkpoints altogether.
Yeah, good point.
Another important step is create a procedure.
Yes.
And you can create that along the way, and then it just means someone else can pick up the task at some point.
And businesses with procedures are so much more valuable, so that's a really important point, Emma.
Yeah, absolutely. And you should also now allow enough time to check the delegated work, provide feedback where appropriate, and tell your team member where they can improve.
Yes. The last one picks up where Emma just left off, and this can be a little bit scary for business owners, but when the task has been delegated, it's important to appreciate that it's a success if that team member has done it 80% as well as you have. And then it's important to provide feedback and really recognise the efforts of that employee. So, what do we see in businesses where there are great delegators? It's the business has a better capacity to expand and to grow. Those team members feel much more empowered and they know how that they fit into the overall business objectives. Business owners and managers are less stressed and it has given them the opportunity to drive the business and the profitability of the business forward. So there's only good things that can be achieved from this. Emma, you'll be the first to admit, as would I, it does take persistence and it can be a little bit scary, but the benefits are well and truly there. So hopefully this has helped you to begin your delegation journey. Thank you, Emma. I'm very appreciative of your thoughts. You have a lot to add. You've been through this, as have I, so thank you. And thank you to our wonderful supporters, clients and friends for joining us on the latest edition of Atticus Chardonnay Chat. Thank you. Cheers.